I know I've told you this story before, but I was taking Dad to the grocery store, and one day we pulled up right there in front, and there was a slot that was empty, and a beat-up old truck just pulled in there. My dad was on the passenger side. The truck pulled in over there, and the guy in the truck was older than Dad. He had a whitish yellow beard, halfway down to his navel, and he opened up the truck door, and the door creaked as it opened because the truck was probably as old as he was. And then you heard him groan and kind of bones pop and everything like that as he sort of crawled out the side of the truck and stood up, straightened up his spine when he got over there, and he looked straight at Dad, and he says, "We're going to get through this, ain't we?" And my dad looked right back at him and says, "We always do." It's just so quick, so natural. I mean, this is where their minds are. We're going to get through this. We always do. I'd have had to stop and think about it. If that old guy would have come to me and says, "We're going to get through this, ain't we?" I'm thinking like, well, what are we talking about here? What's the deal? And Dad just said, "We always do." And the old man just nodded to him and went inside. And I said, "Dad, you know that guy?" "Nope." That moment has really clarified to me of an attitude that old guy and Dad had, that we can face anything because we have each other. We are together. We can face anything because we have a surety about our future. And we can make it through today, no matter how bad the arthritis hurts, no matter how much medicine we're taking and all that kind of stuff. They had a positive outlook on the future, and that outlook on the future gave them strength and courage. This is something that we need to think about ourselves as we look around and we look at things and we say, "Man, things are getting kind of crazy. This might get really bad. This isn't going to turn out well." Jesus knows that what's in the future, that is what is good as it gets. Not today. But in the future, it's as good as it gets. And Jesus is preparing us for that. Jesus is preparing us to go forward. And Jesus says he wants us to know that he's going to come back and he's going to get us. Because what's ahead of us is not permanent death, but it's eternal life.